jury consultant and human behavior expert, Susan Constantine, to help us take a look at Cult Mom's body language when she's saying she's such a good person. Susan, always love having you on the show. Let's look at...
Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. Let's look at this clip where, so here, Lori mentions the death of Charles Vallow. And then I want to get your thoughts on the other side of what she's really saying here. Take a look.
Gave him to the grandmother. She came by and then she wanted us to adopt him, which we did. And we loved him. My husband and I, who died earlier this year. He passed away. Since he passed away, she's been trying to fight me for him and being really horrible to me and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, Susan, what's Cult Mom doing here?
Well, first of all, before that, there was a clip, which I hope we were going to grab, but when she was talking about, and I'll move right into this one here, when she's mentioning about her husband dying, right? There was this pause. In fact, when she had reached out her hand, you could see where it froze. It actually, there was like this frozen movement because in her mind, cognitively, she had to reconstruct her story. So when she was very expressive prior to that, and then she says, who died, her hands went silent. It's like almost cognitively, she had to replay this in her mind, how she was going to tell the story differently. So when this is very important because this is what we call cognitive load. This is where she is constructing her lie. She doesn't believe it at all. I watch her gestures. She's very expressive, right? She's way outside her presentation mode. This is more trying to convince other people. She's also flaying a lot. This is someone that's losing a lot of emotional control. She also giggles. And, you know, just listen, she does giggling. She thinks that she can connect with these police officers and create rapport with them and likability because she's always used her sexuality to connect with men. There's other points where, if you want to show it later, she's pointing up in the sky. This is someone that tends to be an authority. She thinks that she is a know-it-all. But the bottom line is, Julie, she never really explains more about where JJ is. That was the whole purpose for this visit. She kind of glides right over that. She flays her hands. Oh, you know, she's with a friend. And anytime they say a friend, they never say a friend Joni or a friend Bobby or whatever. She didn't identify who the friend was. Yet it was just like this flap. It was almost like these little flapper things like, don't worry about that. That's not a big deal, just with my friend. So she was dismissing all of that. And then you'll see her going to what we call the vulnerable narcissist, right? Everything is about me. Everybody is attacking me because, you know, and then we're going to go into this life insurance policy.
The vulnerable narcissist. Oh, I love it, Susan, because I mean that has been used to just the word narcissist has been used to describe Lori time and time again. I've lost count of how many guests have come on. I should have said that, but I love what you just said, the vulnerable narcissist, because she's playing the victim. She's the victim in all this.
Right.
Susan, I've got another clip for you. Let's look at clip number 2 here, where she's trying to explain the way the money motive the prosecutors have identified.
My husband, when we were married for 15 years and had raised all these 5 kids together, switched his life insurance policy to her, right? To his sister.
But you have legal custody.
He's my son. I adopted him when he was 2 years. We had him from the time he was 8 months old till 2 years old. So she does nothing that wants to cause me trouble. So I don't tell people the truth about where we are and what we're doing because of those reasons. So I look like a suspect, but I am a good person.
Oh, she's a good person. Susan, what do you think about this clip?
Oh, first of all, Lori Vallow, you are a suspect. So number one, okay. And the other thing is of course, what she does is she blames, of course, that, you know, life is so tough and she's done all this work and she's had all these kids, right? And I've been the one, and her hands are kind of flailing around. Here's where there's a shift, and you can see where her demeanor changes, where her voice becomes much more agitated, much more angry. In fact, at one point, and there's, without looking at the slowing down, she literally purses her back up and you see a chin boss, a form of arrogance and agitation. Her eyebrows will raise and you'll see horizontal lines across her forehead. So there's a lot of moving parts in this. I could break this down. It would take about an hour just to do 1 minute of this video. But she feels entitled. This is Miss Entitlement here because she's done so much work taking care of this children, and she's such a good person. But then she puts in there, nobody asked her, that she looks like a suspect. Anytime a person puts information in there that is not supposed to be in there is for a reason. It's because she feels she is a suspect.
Exactly, Susan. She's trying to make Kay Woodcock out to be a villain. Meanwhile, Kay Woodcock's the sweetest human being and love those kids beyond measure. Last clip for you, Susan. This is pertaining to the officer's body language. You talked about how Lori, you know, likes to use her sexuality and flirt. Let's take a look at the officers and how they respond to her.
It's just a mess, but it's constantly causing me trouble.
Chat the Daybello.
He's an author.
Doesn't he live like out in the? He's not the Chat Daybello. His wife passed away recently. Is that him?
Okay, Susan, your final thoughts, please.
Oh my gosh, I love this Columbo moment, right? He's doing the whole Columbo, like, wait a minute, isn't that, and he pauses, and then she fills in the blank, Chad, right? So she doesn't give you that name. She says my brother and his friend and doesn't relay that it is, but you could see his body language. He doesn't believe her. He knows that she's full of doo-doo, right? His body language is barely turned towards her or making eye contact with her, but you can see Lori Vallow being frozen. She's trying to figure out now what he knows. So she went into the fight-flight where we see before. Now she's into the freeze moment. He knows it, goes into the Columbo moment, and then he's got him. He's got her.
It's so good. Your analysis, always spot on. Susan Constantine, thank you for all of this today.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to get more from you as this trial progresses. We might see Call Mom testify. Who knows? We'll leave it there for now. Susan, see you soon. Thanks again. And that is all for this episode of Opening Statements. Friends, you can watch it again. You can share it if you like. We put all the episodes up there on CourtTV.com for you every day.